Hello, 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 RockIt region. Hello, if everyone is having a fantastic night tonight. I am so excited to be sharing with you some of my favorite tips on having a holly jolly host. So I'm going to give it just a second for people to get the notification. But I hope you guys have been enjoying all the training and testimonials so far this week. I am so excited for Saturday. Before we even start, let me introduce myself. So my name is Amanda Germuth, and I am a manager at Firestar Enterprises. I have been with Tupperware since November of last year. So I've officially been with the company for a year. And I love it. Love it. I'm having so much fun. I've made so many wonderful friends. It's been awesome. So on that note, let me share with you some of my tips that have helped me become and stay successful in the business, and really just how to maintain a holly jolly host. Because who doesn't love a holly jolly host? So let me start out by saying my number one priority is to really treat my business like a business. So I like to think of my hosts as my clients. And what I mean by that is my goal is to really make sure that their needs are met, and I want to make the party experience as easy and as fun as possible for them. Because trust me, it's going to benefit you in the long run. So I've broken that down into 4 easy steps. So step 1, what happens when you book a party? So as soon as I book a party with a host, I immediately send them a welcome packet. So depending on the date of when their party is, I try to mail them a copy because we've talked in this training this week about Happy Mail and how it's great to actually receive a piece of mail, have it in front of you. Being able to give them a catalog has been helpful. But if not, if it's close, I'll send it to them via email or Facebook Messenger. So just however we've really been communicating with each other, I send it either way. So in my welcome packet, I like to start off with 1, how excited I am to be holding a party for them. But I also like to include a breakdown of the hostess rewards, because sometimes that can be confusing to someone that maybe has not had a party before. So I basically explain how the percentage of sales work. I talk about the half off items, but I also make sure to include how important it is for them to start working on getting 2 of their friends interested in hosting a party. And I like to do this by showing them the extra things that they can earn through Tupperware with 2 parties. So it's so much better to plant this little seed now versus waiting at the very end and saying, hey, do you know 2 people that would want to book a party? It's a lot more successful that way to get you more parties and to have them happier, because then they're earning those extra bonuses. So I also include how to make their party the most successful by participating in the party itself. So this is super important. I make sure that I tell them, it's important to tag your friends, post pictures, etc. And I like to also challenge my hosts to send me their wish list, or at least their top 5 items that they're really hoping to earn from having a party. So I do this because that way I can have an idea of how much they need, and I can include memes and photos throughout the party to get the host excited. So the more jolly the host is, the better the party's going to be. As a wrap up in my welcome packet, I also make sure that I again include the date of their party and the time that I'm going to be going live for the demonstration. So this is important because I want to make sure that they're actually on for the live, and they can also be tagging or commenting with their friends, again, making it more fun for everybody in the whole experience, but mostly for the host. So I also like to incentivize getting those extra datings with an extra gift from me. And so what I do that is you could even use pool money. I've done whatever I've had lying around, or any of the amazing online gift options that Tupperware has provided us since COVID hit. So let's go ahead and move into step 2. You've got your party booked, you've got the date, you've sent the welcome packet. Now your job is to get your host excited. So the more excited and in touch with your host that you are, the more excited they're going to be. So before the party starts, I love to coach my hosts on what to share with their friends or family about Tupperware on their Facebook page, or even if it's, word of mouth, or if they're going to do a Zoom, something like that. And so if they already are a Tupperware lover, like all of us, then I usually suggest that they post some of their own Tupperware products or pieces and why they love it so much to their page to stir up some interest. But I also do give them a few word choices to share just in case maybe they need a little bit of help, or they might just be brand new to Tupperware and not know what to share. So what I include is I usually say a copy and paste message that they can go ahead and put on their page. And it'll say, hey, have you seen Tupperware lately? I just attended a party. It was so much fun. The consultant gave away prizes. She played games. Like or comment below to join my group. One of my favorite things is we have all the Facebook groups with the photos in there from the catalogs and stuff. I love to have my hosts post the nostalgic, like vintage photos, because it gets the most traffic with comments and people saying, oh my gosh, I had that, or, my grandmother had that and I passed it down. So that's a great way to have. So again, I like to help them because I love to make their party experience as easy and as possible for them. That's what they're going to be discussing with their friends and family, and just how easy and fun it was. And that's what's going to get you more parties. So let's move to step 3. And this one is keep in touch with your host throughout the party, before, during, and after. And what I mean by that is we know it's best to book parties within 21 days, but that does not mean to book a party and not touch base with your host until that party day. So if I have like a week or two in between their date, then I'll usually send them any new sales, or if there's new host bonuses, or I use that wish list that I asked them for, and I go back and I'll pick something off their wish list, like let's say the breakfast maker. So I will post like if I made something or a recipe that I found and say, oh my gosh, did you know that you can make a cake inside the breakfast maker? How cool is that? Are you getting so excited for your party? So again, I'm building that rapport and keeping in touch with my host the whole time. So that keeps their excitement going. I always reach out the day that I actually create their party group too. So I let them know that it's up and running. They can start inviting guests. If they need help on how to invite guests, this is where I come in to do that too. And then again on day 3, so I run my parties for a week long. So on day 3, I'll reach out to the host and I compliment them on just how well the participation is in the group. Oh my gosh, people are commenting. I'm so glad that people are sharing. You're doing a great job of tagging friends, etc. Now, if it's not going so well, then I just give them reminders again about making sure to tag their friends or post pictures, or again, I'll have my word choices that I can share with them. So the day right before my demo, I reach out again, letting them know how excited I am, but also I want to check in and see if there was anything specific that they wanted to see during my live demo besides my favorite products that I always share. So they've had all week to kind of see the product post and chat with their friends, and maybe their mom or their grandmother really wanted to see the pressure cooker. So I like to reach out and just make sure that, again, I'm meeting their needs, keeping them happy, holly, and jolly. And then again, on the day of the party, I send them a little meme that I've created, and you can use Canva, you can use Pic Collage, anything like that. And it's just for them to personally send to their guests. So super easy. They can copy and paste it and send it out to everybody in their group. And it's just a reminder. So it'll have, hey, tonight is my live demonstration for my Tupperware party. I hope you can make it. It's at 7 p.m. right in the Facebook group. I also offer an on-time drawing for anybody who jumps on the live, so I make sure to keep that on my meme too. Like, hey, don't forget, the consultant's giving away, she's having a live demo for anyone that jumps on, because who doesn't love free stuff? And then what happens is directly after my live demo, I send a thank you message directly to my host, and I say thank you so much for having a party. I let her know that I will keep her updated on the sales as they come in so she can be working on her wish list. So again, as easy as possible. And then step 4. So as my business leader, Jen, always says, the fortune is in the follow-up. And this is so true. At the end of the party, I remind my host about all the shipping, the notifications, any of the partial packages, because that can be confusing or frustrating if they're not aware of that and then they're trying to figure out what's going on. So I let them know ahead of time, hey, it might be separate and all that stuff. And then even though they get an email reminder when something has shipped, I also reach out to them once I get the tracking number to say, hey, it looks like your package of goodies is coming on Saturday. So I usually, after that, give it about 3 weeks once they've received everything from their shipment. And I reach out to check in and see how they're loving their new products. So I'll go back and I'll look and see what maybe their top thing that they wanted off their wish list, or if they ordered the stack cooker, I'll say, hey, are you loving your stack cooker? I found this recipe and thought of you. So I'm keeping that report going, checking in to see how they're loving their products. So basically, I don't want to let any of my hosts go. I keep them going. And last but not least, I always send out a thank you card, because who does not love Happy Meal? And it's good not only to thank them over Messenger or email or anything like that, but also to handwrite a thank you card has been super successful in my business. So again, the jollier the host, the better chances that they're going to want to party with you again and recommend you to your family and friends. So RockIt Region, I hope these tips have been super helpful, and I hope many of you are going to continue having Holly Jolly host yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic night. And again, I cannot wait for the rest of the training this week and for Saturday. So bye everyone.